How's it going, all you Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar with...
The amazing Amanda.
And where are we?
We are in the Barnes & Nobles at the Grove in Los Angeles.
Why are we here?
We are here to cover the Dying Inside signing event from Vault Comics with the creative team, Pete Wentz, Hannah Klein, and Lisa Sterle.
Okay, so join us.
Welcome back, all you Minties. So, as you know, we're here at the Dying Inside signing event tonight here at the Barnes & Nobles in the Grove in Los Angeles. And we're going to be doing some interviewing of some of the attendees of the signing event.
Some filming of the line, see how big these...
It's a big line. I think, 500 folks are here tonight?
It seemed like a lot more, but yeah, we'll give you a small taste. We'll give you a small taste as to what this insanity is like.
Yes. And then, of course, we're also going to get a chance to interview the creative team behind this graphic novel from Vault Comics. So we're very excited to showcase all this to you guys. And, yeah, let's go, Omar.
Let's go.
Everyone, I am the amazing Amanda, and here I have
Courtney.
So here we have
Nina.
Carson.
My name is Alex.
Amber.
Courtney.
Mariah.
Audrey.
Mora.
Colleen.
JJ.
Zoe.
Liberty.
Delaney.
Mika. Ashley.
Paisley.
Cobra.
It is so nice to see you. I know we are mutuals on TikTok. And so tell me, where'd you come from today, Cobra?
I came from California. It's from Hemet, specifically Riverside County.
And where'd you guys come in from?
Colorado.
Central Valley.
Central Valley. And JJ, where'd you come from today?
I'm from here in LA.
I drove in from Vegas last night.
Ventura County. Upland.
Upland, is that here in?
It's like in LA County almost.
I'm at LA.
Okay.
Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona.
Delaware. I actually just moved here from DC with some of my friends.
LA.
LA.
Excellent.
Buffalo, New York.
I'm from New Orleans. I currently live in Portland, and I literally flew down just for this. I'm from California, so lucky me, I know.
Yeah. Awesome. And so why are you here today?
Because I'll see Pete Wentz.
So you're a huge Fall Out Boy fan then?
Yes.
Excellent. And how long have you been a fan?
3 years.
And so what brought you out here tonight?
I was really excited about this graphic novel. I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan, big Pete Wentz fan. I haven't actually read any of this. I've kind of saved it for having the whole thing in my hands, so I'm really excited.
I hear you're a huge Fall Out Boy fan?
Die hard fan.
I'm assuming, are you a Fall Out Boy fan?
I am, yeah, since I was a kid. Since the sugar were going down. Unfortunately, I cursed the days that I was not, being from like Louisiana, I wasn't involved in like the Chicago underground scene, so I had to wait till they got to MTV.
I think we all can feel that a little bit.
Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz is exciting.
Yeah.
Excellent. So are you guys excited?
Yes, very.
So excited.
Well, obviously Pete Wentz, huge Fall Out Boy fan, huge Pete Wentz fan.
Because I love Pete. Obviously, I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan. I'm a big Pete Wentz fan.
I mean, of course, Pete Wentz. I love Fall Out Boy, and the story, like the first chapter that was released, I was like really into that.
Are you here because of Fall Out Boy Pete Wentz, or do you like comic books?
Kind of both. My friend indoctrinated me a couple years ago to Fall Out Boy with her long presentation. So now it's kind of both.
Did you show her comic books?
Kinda.
I think it should go both ways. So you've read graphic novels before?
Yes.
What are some of your favorites?
I love the Scarlet Witch comics from Marvel.
Okay. The Steve Orlando ones, or the James Robinson ones?
Honestly, both.
Both? Yeah, they're both. Oh, they're so good.
They are really
It's a good answer. Yeah. Did you get to read the free comic book day?
I have not. read
So
it
this is your
yet.
first time reading
Yes.
it? Awesome. And you're excited to meet the whole team?
I am. I'm very excited.
Each of you tell me how your experience was getting to meet the creative team.
It was fantastic. It was nice to just talk about the other books that they've done and then say your hellos and everything. It was a very nice little fun event.
It was really exciting to meet somebody who does a lot of graphic work that is similar to what I want to achieve and what I do in my everyday life. They are really, really amazingly talented. You know, both of the writers or both of the artists as well as the writer, they all made a really amazing project. So it was just exciting to get, close up with that.
I've really admired and respected Pete's writing for a really long time, so it felt like a really full circle moment to be able to tell him to his face how much I enjoy reading his work. It's very special to me.
Excellent. So I'm assuming some of you have read graphic novels and comics before. Yeah, tell me a little bit about your experience around that.
Yeah, I've always grown up reading comic books, graphic novels, and kind of the resurgence of that with Vault Press, who did the comic book that they put out. It's fantastic.
Excellent. What about you?
So I went to school for illustration just because I wanted to draw comic books that badly. I've always grown up around them like her. We're really similar in a lot of those aspects. I've always been really attached to the horror and drama you can portray through a visual medium. So yeah, it's really special to be able to be in a space that celebrates it so much.
The two of us are sisters, and we grew up in a home that we didn't want to stay in too much, and we were all always library kids.
Yeah.
So we grew up going to the library, checking out every single comic book, graphic novel, manga, anything, and reading them over and over, and just getting immersed in that escape. So we have a strong history of that.
Yeah.
Between us.
That is wonderful. And so you guys are going to go home and read these as soon as you can, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like comic books, so
Do you? So what kind of comics are you into?
anything fiction or action or comedy.
Awesome. Very cool.
I really like the Babysitters Club.
That's great. Yes, they're good. That's good. I mean, I read the fiction books, but they have great graphic novels. Yeah. That's excellent. So, are you excited to meet the whole creative team?
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, it looks like you're going to be up shortly, so enjoy and have a great time reading the novel.
Thank you.
Have you gotten a chance to read the preview of Dying Inside, or is this going to be your first go around?
This is going to be my first go around. I'm really excited about it.
Excellent. Well, I am hoping you get everything you want out of it, and are you excited to see the whole creative team today?
I'm so excited.
I love coming to the Barnes & Noble for events in general, and it's very exciting that the merging of two worlds of loving music and loving books has come to this event.
Awesome. So did you get a chance to read the preview, or is this going to be your first time reading the novel?
First time.
Also the first time.
Excellent. Well, it looks like you guys are about to go on, so good luck and enjoy, guys.
Thank you very much.
I have a rough idea of the plot, but I did not read the first chapter when it came out for Comic Book Day. I want to be able to get it all in one sitting.
That's amazing. So tell me, Colleen, are you a fan of other graphic novels or comics, or is this going to be your first foray into that genre?
This will be the first. I do like novels in general, but I've never really found a graphic novel that I've stuck with, so I'm very excited about this.
And so you just got your Dying Inside copy signed by Pete and Hannah and Lisa. So what was that experience like? Tell me about it.
They were very sweet. I was a little awkward because I didn't know what to say. But I was talking to the artist, and she wanted to know what like college I went to, and that was fun.
That is really nice. Yeah, Lisa is great. And so are you excited to read this book? Did you get to read the preview that came out? Yeah.
Yes,
So what did you think about that?
Copy. It was good. I really like it. So hopefully the rest of the book is really good.
Excellent. So are you invested in like Ash already, the main character?
Yes. Yeah, and I thought the guitar pick they gave was really cool.
That is a cool. I saw those and I was like, that's a really nice little souvenir. Awesome. Very good. Well, Mar, I hope you enjoyed the book. I think you will. I got a chance to read it. I think you will like it very much.
The book kind of really was interesting. I read a little bit about it, and I haven't read any of the book yet, but I know what it's about.
Awesome. So so you said you have read a little bit about it. So what initially drew you as far as beyond Pete and the Fall Out Boy connection? What drew you to the plot?
Well, I've dealt with a lot of mental health issues these past few years. I've been through like treatments and all that, and it kind of reminded me of me a bit, so.
Yes. Well, we're glad you're here, and I'm glad that you find something that you can relate to in the book. So have you ever read any other comic books, graphic novels before? Or is this your first foray?
This is my first.
Oh, excellent. So what was it like getting to meet the creative team, Pete and Hannah and Lisa?
It was a dream come true. I've been a fan of Fall Out Boy for 20 years, so it's definitely a bucket list item, so very cool.
Wonderful. How about you?
Pretty much the same exact thing. Since I was 11, I've wanted to like meet the man behind the lyrics, so it was really amazing, and also the art and everything. The team did a great job.
So did you guys read other graphic novels and comic books, or is this like kind of your first foray into the genre?
First foray for me, yeah. Okay. So it's cool that this is a way to get people into it that haven't been before.
Yeah, I agree. What about you?
I am a big comic book reader. I actually have Fallout Toy Works that Fall Out Boy did way back in the day and then kind of got left alone, but I'm excited to read this whole thing.
I don't have a lot of experience with comic books, but the story of just, teenage feelings and emotions as someone who was once a teenager with a lot of feelings and emotions, it really spoke to me, and so really cool to actually get to read this and see how more than just the first chapter goes.
Awesome. So you did get to read the first chapter from the free Comic Book Day preview, and what were your thoughts initially?
I was really excited about it. First of all, the art, shout out to Lisa, absolutely beautiful. Coloring is beautiful. I felt like I could hear the voice of Ash really well, and I felt like she was talking to me and also could relate to a lot of the feelings that she had. So I thought it was a good setup. I thought it was a really good kind of cliffhanger. Made me want to read the rest of the book. So
awesome. Well, excellent. So I'm assuming you're going to go home and probably try to read this right away, right?
I'm going to go to bed. But as soon as I wake up, I am absolutely reading this first thing tomorrow.
Alex, what kind of experience did you just have?
Just the best. Yeah, I have been. Can I just keep going?
Keep going.
I've been a fan of Fall Out Boy for literally 20 years, since I was 12.
Okay.
And I've seen them so many times. I saw Stardust, their tour, 3 days in a row. It was like my own little Fall Out Boy festival, essentially. We have been to any kind of LA pop-ups that Fall Out Boy does. I've met Pete once before, and I was just frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time I was able to actually talk. My sister had to go in front to let him know she's gonna be nervous, and that kind of helped me. But I got to just tell them exactly, like, not exactly what they mean to me because I love Fall Out Boy so much. They've been such a huge part of my childhood, my adolescence, my adult life. Like, it's so cool to, like, be an adult and still see your favorite band, like, keep doing it and just creating incredible music. And I wish I could have said that. But I made eye contact, which is way more than I ever expected to. And
That's very brave.
yes. And I'm just so glad that, like, you know, he's just so creative, like, just himself. Like, this is just another feat for him. And, like, it's just awesome to see, like, your favorite artist, like, grow as an artist, like, musically and just in all their creative endeavors. And it's so cool when they get to do stuff like this. Like, you know, I've gotten to experience it a tiny bit, but, like, I mean, that's why people are, like, lining up, because they never get to, like,
Yeah,
you know,
this is huge.
yeah. And it,
So, do you like reading?
I do.
Okay, but do you read graphic novels?
I do every once in a while. I'm more of a TV movie kind of person.
That's okay.
But I mean, I like the source material, so I'm always going back to it.
Okay, so this is your first time reading
This
this
is my
book.
first time owning a graphic novel.
Oh, this is
So it's
big
kind of a
then.
big deal. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it.
I hope you enjoy it and you keep coming back.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Amber, and so you just got your Dying Inside copy signed by Pete and Hannah and Lisa. How'd that feel?
Crazy. I'm still kind of can't process thoughts right now about it. It was just super cool. It's such a cool collaboration between Hannah and Lisa, and then Pete, of course, just writing some lyrics into it. But this book has been like long awaited for forever, so I'm glad I finally have it in my hands and I can read it soon.
That's amazing. So did you get a chance to read the free comic book day preview?
Yep.
What'd you think?
Good. It was like everything that you kind of wanted. It's like beautiful art, and then it's funny and like quippy and everything that you kind of feel if you do like similar things or like Fall Out Boy and such like that. So I'm excited to read the rest of it because that was just such a good read.
Besides Dying Inside, do you read other graphic novels and comics?
I do when I have the time. I do enjoy it. I wish I read more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific one you are fan of, or just in general?
An older one, because I like rethought about recently, is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which is by Jonan Vasquez. Yeah, we know about it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I was just thinking about the art for that too, because there was someone I saw and I was like, they look like, and then try to explain it to someone, and so I need to reread that one. But yeah, graphic novels are great. I mean, Marvel, DC, everything has been great. Also, Joe Troman's comics.
Of course.
Rifters is great, and yeah, and Holy Grail. So yeah, I've been trying to keep up, so I need to read more. Start with
Yeah.
this.
What was it like getting to meet Pete and Hannah and Lisa?
It was like, oh my gosh, overwhelming. Like, you of course you want to meet Pete Wentz and the authors and the illustrator of the book.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, are you gonna take this home and read it as soon as you get there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, besides Dying Inside, do you read a lot of comic books, or is this kind of like your first intro into the graphic novel comic scene?
It's kind of my first one into it.
Okay.
One of my favorite books, Speak, was created into a graphic novel, and I was like, oh, all my favorite books should be into this because it's so fun. I'm so excited for this. I love like the special edition.
Yeah.
They gave me a little guitar pick, which I think is the cutest thing in the entire world.
That is amazing. So you got to read the free comic book day preview, correct?
I did. I had to work in the morning, so I was like, look, I'm gonna have to rush over to like the one comic book store that might have it, and like I finally made it there, and I got like the last copy, and I was like definitely walking around the store like, I have it. Yeah. And then everyone's like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I got the last one.
Amazing. So you got to read the free comic preview. So what initially, besides obviously that Pete is, part of the creative team, but when you got to read the first like preview issue, what drew you in? What is keeping you wanting to read this entire story?
I think just from like the small preview and like the concept of the story, it's something like 17-year-old me would have loved, but then also like current me is also like obsessed with just like moody, depressed kid, like the moody, depressed girl that tries to kill herself, but she can't. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm like so enamored. I want to know everything about it. Then I'm also like, I really like Daisy Grenade, so like they're a part of it, and like I saw like the playlist preview that they put together, and there was just like so much like thought and stuff like put into this book that like I can't wait to like go sit at the airport and read it all.
That is amazing. Well, thank you so much, and you will enjoy it. I guarantee it. We had a chance to review it ourselves, so thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it, and congratulations on getting that. That's exciting. And we are here with the creative team, Lisa Sterle, Hannah Klein, and Pete Wentz. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Excellent. So we just finished the signing, so how's everyone feeling now that the signing's over?
Tired but excited.
Excellent. How about you guys?
My hand hurts, but I feel excited to be alive.
There you go.
Great. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So this is going to be the first time that any of the public has really gotten to read the graphic novels. So are you excited about that? Nervous? What are your, reactions to that?
Definitely excited. I am really proud of the art on this, and I think that people are going to enjoy it. So, yeah.
It's been a few years on this project, so I'm definitely excited for it to be out in the world.
Yeah.
And he says yes.
And he says yes as well. Give us a little bit of a context around how this whole creative team got together, how the idea started, and everything like that.
I will start.
Okay.
So this was a few years ago now, so my memory, bear with me. But I believe I came to Pete with the idea, who had a connection to Vault. And so we went to Vault with the idea.
All right.
And then we found Lisa because her style was just so perfect for it.
Yeah,
and
I'd been working with Vault for a couple years before that, so Adrian knew that the editor Adrian knew that it would be a perfect fit for me, and of course the minute that he sent me the pitch and the idea, and I was like, I'm absolutely on board, of course. So.
Well, I love Witchblood, so yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And so Pete, what drew you to the project?
I think that like a story like this is just like really fertile and timeless. Like it's just like an evergreen idea. I think people connect with like I think the human condition is like, especially like at the age these characters are at, is like happy and sad and traumatic and funny, and it's like all mixed together, and I think this story captures that it's not just kind of one thing, you know? And so that was the most interesting to me.
Wonderful. So talk to me a little bit about the creative process. So obviously three of you are working together. So what did that process look like when you're trying to come up with a story, bouncing ideas off each other, and then coming to Lisa so that she can do the drawings? Kind of talk through what that process looked like.
I feel like it was, in one way, all very like together, but also very apart, because all of our different parts are kind of done separately.
Yeah.
So I would go over story with Pete, and like break story with him, and then he also has his poetry and his lyrics. I did like dialogue, and then Lisa, of course, did the amazing artwork, which was incredible. And basically, like, me and Pete's end are just words based, but when it came to Lisa, we kind of talked about, like art style and coloring and stuff like that before she got started, which was awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, we had a mood board, and I think the script was pretty much done by the time it came to me. But I remember like texting every once in a while if there was like a layout that I wanted to adjust, or like if I had another idea for something, and so it was very collaborative for sure.
Excellent. So on the mood board, I know there are some fans who are curious exactly what was on the mood board.
I feel like it was mostly fashion.
Oh, it was a lot of
mostly
fashion.
clothes. Like I just, I love drawing clothes. I love drawing fashion.
Yeah.
I loved figuring out with you kind of like what the girls would wear. But there was a lot of manga.
A lot of manga and anime.
Some other comics for inspiration, and I know Love and Rockets was on there. What else was on there? Some Nicole Rifkin art, who's an illustrator that I love. I know there was like a Skins character on there at one point.
There were many Skins characters. Probably Effie or Cassie.
I think it was Cassie. I don't remember anything else specifically, but
Sailor Moon was probably on there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I use mood boards a lot for just visual reference for like
of course,
locations and characters and whatnot, and I think it helps because having the script and the words is one way to get across the vibe and the aesthetic, but I think it helps kind of bridge the gap in communicating between artist and writer when you can also share like visual reference too, and visual like ideas and aesthetic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's excellent. And I mean, obviously with the fashion, we already saw our first, I think, Ash cosplay come through here, which is fantastic.
And also Liv. I saw Liv.
That's amazing. Yes. So, Pete, I have a quick question. So, how is this working on this graphic novel in the collaboration process? Is that how different, or is it not even different than like when you're collaborating with your band and creating music?
I think that I don't know, like kind of every art form you do has similarities, but then there's just a lot of differences. There's different language that's used, and my band I've been doing for over 20 years, so it's like there's a comfort level that's good and bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like whereas like when you start doing like new collaborations, you're like figuring out where everybody's place is and how what they do, and so yeah, it's different, but I think the creative process, especially when you like work with people that you respect and respect what they do, like there's that in that way there's similarities.
Excellent. So I know that music plays a really big role in this story as well. Obviously, Ash is, very much taken with Elliott Smith, and of course, Daisy Grenade is also in there, which is amazing. So how important it was for you guys to have music play a part in this story?
I think that music for me is pretty important in everything that I make. And specifically with this story, I think that it really is a way into a teenager's mind, because I think that everyone at 16 feels very strongly about their favorite artists. I mean, just today, seeing like 500 people talk to Pete about how important he is to them, including myself. So yeah, I think that like for me, whenever I'm writing anything coming of age, music plays a huge part in it, just because it's such a huge part of your DNA as a creative and as a person.
Who do you relate to most in this graphic novel? Is it Ash, Liv, her mom's boyfriend?
I mean, it's hard to pick, because I think I see myself in both Ash and Liv, which I think is why I love these characters so much, because I felt like I put a little bit of myself in both of them. And I know we've had this question before. I know you have a similar thought about that too, and because I definitely like.
Yeah, same. I feel like they kind of just represent different sides of my own self.
Okay.
I also identify with the cat. Same.
Yeah, same. Yes. Excellent. So give me a quick summary of the story, obviously with no spoilers, for anyone who is, hasn't read the back of the book, read the free comic book preview or anything like that.
It's about a 16-year-old girl who is obsessed with Elliott Smith. She wants to replicate his passing, rest in peace, and she accidentally uses a cursed/blessed knife that turns her immortal. And it's the story of her trying to undo that curse and, all the lessons one learns along the way when dealing with such a thing as that. Does that?
It does. That's a good synopsis without giving anything away. Yes.
Thank you.
So what are you hoping your readers get out of this book? What do you want them to walk away with?
Well, something that me and Lisa were definitely excited about is if it's like a gateway into the graphic novel space, especially for young women, that would be incredible. Because I think that we both feel strongly about that. But also just for anyone who's reading it to, feel seen in any capacity by it. It's a pretty universal, even though it's not a universal story, it's a universal feeling, I think, in terms of the characters.
Yeah, even just tonight, there are people that came up and said that they would have loved having this book when they were, 16, 17. I'm like, that's my thought process, whether like you are a teenager reading it and relating, or you can kind of look back and be nostalgic for that angsty time of your life.
Excellent. All right, so since we are a comic book channel, we always like to ask a little bit of comic book fun questions. So just to wrap this up, a couple questions for you. I know you guys have answered this before on our channel, but you can answer again. If you could write for any superhero, Marvel, DC, independent, which ones would you like to write for? Or write?
I had an answer last time, and I remember what it was, but I want a different one this time. I think I would like to do Teen Titans.
Oh,
I think I would like to draw the Teen Titans. Yes.
X-Men 97 is like perfect for me. So like,
Yeah.
but it would be fun to be in that world. That's like prime me, and I feel
Yeah.
like they nailed the spirit of it. But I think like kind of for the times we're in now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very relevant. Yeah.
I have only seen the film, but I would like to write for Madam Web.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I enjoyed the film.
There we go.
Yep.
That's wonderful. You're the one. You are. Our viewers will love that. We gave away
That's the
20
audience,
free
the
copies.
audience is me.
yeah, I'm so glad. And then, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Definitely not flying.
Yeah, it could be dangerous.
I just
say flying.
Oh, well, that's embarrassing.
I've had dreams when I'm flying. It's so fun.
I think I would want to have mind manipulation control.
Oh, okay, nice. Now we know. I know, right? Wait a minute.
In some ways. Do you have one?
What about you, Pete?
I don't know if I have one. I feel like it would just have to be something like very bland.
Something very bland.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just something like, because there would have to be superpowers, you know, like where the guy is just like, he grows his nails really fast. What? You're like, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't help anything.
Doesn't help
Like,
anything.
there have to be mutations that are like not helpful, right?
Yeah.
And that's
My
what you
superpower
want?
is
That's what he
like,
wants.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think having Storm's superpower would be pretty
That
cool.
would be,
Being
to
able to control the weather. Yeah.
Oh, that is
that'd
a
be
good one.
So cool.
Yeah.
Especially since I live in Ohio, it would be great if I could just change it.
We all wish that, yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time out to talk to us. I really appreciate it. I know you guys are really tired, and you guys had a great signing. It was an amazing event. So thank you guys so much for joining us today and being here at the Barnes & Nobles. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit our like and subscribe button. Remember to follow us on all of our social media channels. Remember to follow us on Patreon. And of course, if it's classy and cool, it must be near Mint. Good
Check
journey,
out
everyone.
my new issue of Fingernail Man coming out very soon.
Thank you,
cool.
everyone.
It's pretty cool.